What's up guys, my name is Jellycut5 and welcome back to an episode of the Fortuna Dusseldorf career mode. I hope you guys are enjoying it so far. I definitely am, but before we get into things, we'd much appreciate if you're able to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the notification button so you never miss a video. We'd much appreciate if you can give this video a like, and don't forget to hit the bio in my description so you can keep up to date with everything going on with the channel. We have a big game at home, the first game of the episode, and this is the lineup. Labrovic in goal, Fusa, Mensah and Robinson as a back two, then Gumney on the right, Gallardo on the left, Zoiles, Chavez, Johannesson, and we've got Tananka as the holding midfield, Herrera on the right, and then we've got Jan Fatip up top. Bit of a change, but we're hoping this will be able to get us a result and get us a one that we would really need to be able to get another 3 points. I'm not too sure on the team in terms of the opposition. If you're aware of it, then that is cool, but I do feel like I would butcher the name itself, so I'm not going to pronounce it. But we start off the game really nicely here, to be honest. Art makes a very good chance to be able to get it 1-0. This doesn't really apply enough power on it to be able to kind of trouble the goalkeeper in that situation, but it was enough to be able to force him into a corner, and that's exactly what we have got. Zoiles is the man to whip it in from the corner, then he whips it in. Fusa Mensah is there, he gets the header, decent save made by Hoffman, and it will be another corner kick then. Pressure early on in this tie, that is for sure, as we look to try and see if we can get ourselves an early goal. Chavez the man to whip in the corner, he whips it in, deep delivery then, they do clear their lines, only as far as Johansson then. Johansson picks it up, he heads it back to Chavez and he touches it down nicely, tries to whip it in, he does exactly that. Hoffman clears, he's trying to fist it out the area then, looking to try and see if he can clear it onto one of his teammates, but he can't. Gallardo picking up the pieces, he switches to the side there to Gumney. Gumney looks to try and see if he can find Herrera, and he does really well to do so. Herrera charging into the box then as he whips it in, and he does get fouled in the momentarily time, and it will be a free kick. Referee is offered a yellow card also to the defender, so he's been penalised straight away, not even giving him a warning. He means business, this referee in this game, that is for sure. Was a bit of a harsh challenge, to be honest. He did kind of dive really later than normal, and that will be a free kick then. Just on the edge of the area, going to be looking to whip this one in then. Chavez the man to whip it in, he does exactly that. He whips it in, decent delivery. No one meets the header, but someone meets the follow-up, and Zoiles is the man to do so as we find ourselves 1-0 up just inside 7 minutes. A brilliant start to life in this Bundesliga 2 game, that is for sure, and we find ourselves already with a 1-goal advantage. Very good corner, to be honest. A corner, I'd say free kick, to be honest. Very good looking corner there. I'm struggling to get my words out there. But Zoiles does really well on that free kick, to be honest. I'm really impressed for him. He just touched it down nicely and just absolutely belts it on his left foot. Keeper has a lot of people in his way, and there's no doubt that he's getting to that one whatsoever. And Gunter Bernard fist pumps into the air. 14 minutes into the game, the opposition are going to be looking to get back straight into things, to be honest, because they know that the start hasn't been best for themselves. Look to try and see if they can create something as Kruger picks it up on the left-hand side. Gumney makes a really good tackle then, finding Tananka in the middle of the park, then he just offloads it to the left. Zoiles makes a 1-2 with Gallardo then, as Zoiles makes the run as he finds himself again. Zoiles to Chavez then, as he looks to try and see if he can offload it to Zoiles, and he does really well to do so. He's making a run on the left-hand side then. The Greek international looks to try and do something here as he looks to cut in. He does so well at doing so as he's got a chance, and a very good save made by Hoffman then, putting it out for a corner kick. Another chance to make it 2-0 then, but it wasn't going to be the case this time round, and we're going to continue on in this tie. It's been all Fortuna Dusseldorf so far, to be honest, and we're going to create another chance here. Johannesson picks it up in the middle of the park, and he distracts himself wide initially then. He's got a lot of support as he looks to try and offload it into the box. He can't do so, unfortunately, as the defender does clear, and as you can see, we're trying to put the pressure on at the same time. Herrera gets stuck in, he tries to get the tackle one. He can't, advantage being played. The opposition go on the attack now as they've got numbers trying to fly down the left-hand side, trying to see if we can cover the line also as Fusa Mensah kind of comes over, so does Robinson. Robinson looking to try and see if he can win the ball. He can't this time round. Johannesson he can't either. Fusa Mensah in the ball now as he looks to try and see if he can cover it. Tananka is the man to get out then. He does really well to kind of win the challenge, and now we go on the counter-attack ourselves. Zoiles picks it up on the left-hand side, and this counter-attack is forming to be something special here. He finds Herrera, he's in on goal, only the keeper to beat, and he has done it absolutely perfectly to make it 2-0 in this tie as we reach the half-an-hour mark. Brilliant stuff as Herrera as he bows in front of the home support. Brilliant stuff from the Mexican. Really impressed with his performances so far, and that is another added goal to his list. Lovely bit of counter-attack at the same time. We come under a lot of pressure then, and we run the ball perfectly just to hit him on the break at the same time. Zoiles just finds the gap, and he's Herrera, and he beats past the keeper very nicely then. 2-0 in this time. We've now got a 2-goal advantage as we look to go on in this side, but we've still got a number of kind of minutes to play in the first half as they look to try and see if they can create something from the restart themselves. Helgeson looks to try and see if he can beat his man on the right-hand side, but Gallardo is too strong for him then as he collects the ball really comfortably. He kind of switched his side to Areta, and he actually does win the header, finding Jan-Philippe Arp. He touched it down, but he loses the ball, but Chavez picks it up, finding Dusseldorf on the left-hand side. Really good ball being played in. Dusseldorf whips it into the box. Johannesson is there, but the header does not meet any requirement as it does fall out into the goalkeeper's ways, and it will be a goal kick then. This pressure in the first half has been really immense for us, to be honest. We've provided a lot of intensity, that is for sure. And we're going to show this once again as Areta cuts in there, and as he looks to do well past the defender, and he tries to find the gap then, and he just runs into it, and his pace is so kind of better than the other defenders at the same time. He finds Johannesson, who whips it into the area then. Poor cross, in my opinion, to be honest. Could have done a slightly better with that as the opposition looked to go on the counter-attack themselves, but Tananka makes a really good interception then. Strong stuff from Tananka as he looks to cross it into the box, and he does so well at doing so, but the cross just doesn't meet the requirement. It was really poor. Does the hard work, but he just couldn't do the easy work in the end as they look to try and continue this play on. Opposition now go on the attack as they find a gap in the play then, as defenders are literally just spread apart really hard for them, and unfortunately they do concede as it is now 2-1 just on the end of the first half then. Really good stuff from the opposition, to be honest. They hit us on the break. They kind of done well to be able to find the striker in a decent bit of space, and they knew that it was able to get a shot off at the same time. He was quite far out at the same time though. He actually hit it on the outside of the area, so fair play to him. Very good opportunity, and he's taken it perfectly though. Keeper could have no chance with that one. Labrovic won't be kind of slagging himself off in any means, to be honest, because that is a very good, well executed shot, and it is now. Here we are then for the restart in this first half. We've pretty much only got about 3 minutes left, but we're looking to try and see if we can start this restart really nice and quickly here and get something going. Chavez finds Gumney on the right-hand side then, and a decent ball being played. It's just a switch of sides then, trying to see if he can offer something different. Gumney finds Areta then as a defender really mistimes his tackle then, and Areta charges down the right-hand side. He does well to cut inside on the left, but he can't really get the ball off anyway to get kind of beat past the defender. Really struggled in that moment in time, but Areta is found once again. He finds Johannesson then in a decent bit of space. Johannesson looks to try and do something as he finds Areta once again. He whips it into the area, and Chavez is the man to meet the header as he finds the back of the net to make it 3-1. Perfectly timed cross, perfectly timed header, and we're going to be going into the break 3-1 up then. We've gained that 2-goal advantage once again for the second time in this fixture, and we're going to be very happy about that one, that is for sure. Areta just really done well to be able to kind of cross that ball into the box. Chavez was unmarked, he knew what he wanted to do at the same time, and he has found the back of the net then to make it 3-1 in this tie. The Mexicans linking up really nicely, showing a nicely bit of teamwork, that is for sure. As we go into the second half now, looking to try and kind of resume what we did in the first half. We didn't really put a foot wrong apart from that goal that we did concede, so we're definitely providing some strong performances. But Robertson concedes a free kick then, really kind of on the edge of the area. Real good chance for them to try and see if they can get a second in this second half and kind of poise some threat in this second half, that is for sure. They play it short, wouldn't probably do the best of arguments in terms of, I would have just shot in my opinion, but they do play it short. We do block it in the end and kind of win the ball off of them as Gallardo picks it up on the left hand side, does really well to skip past Helgeson then as he's literally left for dead. Gallardo plays a 1-2 with Dusseldorf then, as Dusseldorf looks to try to find Gallardo, looking to try and play him on side at the same time. He finds Arp. Arp's in a perfect bit of space, and look at that. Take a bow, Jan-Philippe Arp, as he's just found the back of the net to make it 4-1. Such a cool and composed finish at the same time. Did not expect that from the young German, but he has found the back of the net really nicely then. He takes the touch really well, and he just skips past the defender, not even seeing him at the same time. Just kind of scoops himself on the right hand side, just kind of angling his body, and he has found the back of the net for another time in his Fortuna Dusseldorf career. Kobozov and Armstrong will be coming onto the pitch though. They will be placing a teammates Hereta and Arp. I had to think about that one then. Really did then. But 22 minutes left of this tie. We've been seeing it out in all honesty. We know that we've got this victory. Just the case of seeing it out and kind of enjoying ourselves at the same time, trying a few new things and being able to kind of allow a few more players to play that haven't normally in this kind of fixture. As you can see though, they're just passing it about really nicely, the opposition. Really hard to get the ball off them, and it's going to be a difficult task as you can see, because Marks plays it on the right hand side. He does well to be in the position that he actually is. He holds the defender off really well, finding Helgeson, and Helgeson nearly has a cross falling into the back of the net then, as it just hits the side netting and it goes out for a corner kick. But that was a very good chance, that was for sure, and they're going to continue it. It's the 75th minutes being played here, and they're kind of getting some momentum about them. I'm not too sure why, but a decent shot then. Labrovic is forced into a save, and it will be a corner kick then. But yeah, very strange for what the fourth goal has kind of gained some momentum for themselves and not us. But yeah, as you can see, another chance here. Gomez blasts down the left hand side, decent opportunity. The number 44 kind of has a cross, whatever happened in that situation, but they still win the ball. Really kind of wide cross. But as you can see, they've got another chance here as they plays it into his teammate really nicely, and they've got a perfect chance in front of goal, and they have taken it absolutely well. 4-2 it is. We've got about 6 minutes left, so they would actually require another 2 goals to even gain a point, and 3 to actually have 3 points. So I feel like that's very far off in my opinion, but yeah, you never know. But they've definitely applied some pressure. I'm not too sure why, in all honesty, because the fourth goal would have thought would have kind of silenced them and they'd kind of had momentum for ourselves and we'd just see the game out, whether it being 4-1 or 5-1. But yeah, they've definitely kind of gone their high horse and they've definitely kind of provided some attacking threat. And they do it again here, as you can see. 86 minutes being played. Gomez picks it up on the left-hand side, finding Ujar. Ujar takes the kind of time to be able to pass it onto his teammate. And Helgesson now picks it up on the right-hand side. Tries to cross it in. Labrovic deals with it. He kind of parries it away and then catches it back up. And now he throws it out to Dusseldorf on the left-hand side. Then as Dusseldorf is trying to see if he can create something as he puts it on the right. Kabozov does so well to pick it up. Then he's so strong in the kind of attack at the same time. He finds Armstrong with only the keeper to beat. And surely he's going to do it. And yes, he is. It's going to be 5-2 then, 89 minutes being played, and that will be game, set, and the match. Armstrong only being on for a matter of about 10-15 minutes, but he has found the back of the net really nicely at the same time. Really well done for the number 10. Another goal added to the tally, and we find ourselves now with a 3-goal advantage, and that should be it for the 90. Really happy with this performance. We've done pretty much everything that we should do in the same time. I'm a bit unimpressed at the 2 goals that we have conceded. The first goal being very good, the second goal being a little bit poor, but we can take them as pointers and we can move on to the next fixture. That is for sure, as we're going to be waiting for the full-time whistle to be blown after they get the restart off once again. Literally seconds left as it's +2 on the clock. As you can see, we're on the 92, so as the ball will go out of play, it should be pretty much it. Goes out for a corner. The referee has actually given a corner kick, so the opposition will have one last chance to be able to score. It's only going to be a consolation if they're going to actually do so, as Donker's the man to whip it in from the corner. Poor corner. Gomez meets the header. It's Fum on the inside, and Labrovic with a perfect save then, and that will end off this game. What a save that was from Labrovic. How he got to that, I'm not too sure. That man has been putting in some ace performances. As you can see, Gunter Bernard is very, very happy with that performance. He claps on his players and his supporters. Very, very good stuff. A very professional performance. We got the job done in the end. Took us a little while in some aspects, even though that we was getting in front, and obviously they was getting the odd one back, but I felt like we put the kind of deserved performance in, and we've definitely came out worthy winners. That is for sure. The second game came as a simulation then, as we look to try and see if we can get another result in the Bundesliga 2 as we come against FC Elversberg. We get a 3-0 win in the end. Klaus getting 2 goals and Appelkamp getting 1 goal also, so that rounded off a very good performance here in the Bundesliga 2. And then we had another game, but this isn't going to be a simulation because this is a massive one against Hamburg then. We know this side. They've been in the Bundesliga for many years. Unfortunately, they've stooped down to the 2nd division and they're looking to go back up on top. But this is going to be the side that's going to face them. Labrovic in goal. Seibert and Robinson as a back two. Then Montgomery on the right. Gallardo on the left. Zoilis, Chavez, Johannesson and Tananka as the same midfield with Herrera on the right. And Jan Fatip up is going to be up top. This is a big game for us, to be honest, and we need to prove the haters wrong, because this is going to be the case of where they're going to doubt us if we aren't to get the result. We've put into very good performances of late, but if we can't compete against the big teams within the league, then it's definitely going to amount to absolutely nothing. But 13 minutes into the game, as you can see, Hamburg are doing really well, to be honest. They possess some sort of play about themselves here, as you can see, and they look to try and see if they can get a shot off for themselves, and they've got a chance here. Labrovic with a very, very good save, that has to be said, and it will go out for a corner kick, as they've got a chance here from the corner. 15 minutes in, they get the corner whipped in, then we can't deal with it straight away. Then as Reese picks it out, he tries to get the shot off, but he can't, as he stopped in his tracks. Now Jatta on the ball as he finds Duempe. Duempe looks to try and get the shot off, but Chavez sticks out a foot, picks the ball up once again. He's got a decent chance, and Labrovic with a fingertip save. How he got to that one, I'm not too sure, in honesty. Really, really fingertip save as they get another corner. Then Renz whips it in. Labrovic will clear comfortably though as he collects it, and he throws it out to his teammate Herrera, who picks it up on the right hand side. Herrera looks to kind of go on the run himself there, as he looks to be out of sight. Herrera is in on goal here. He's only got the keeper to beat if he can do so. Unfortunately, he cannot in this instance. Then the keeper makes a very good save, putting it out for a corner kick as he asks questions of his defenders. Very, very good chance to get ourselves the lead, but unfortunately that wasn't going to be the case, and it still stays 0-0. We reached the half an hour mark in this first half, and both chances have come to both sides. In all honesty, it's been very, very tough in terms of being able to get every shot off though, because that was only the one chance that we did have, was on the break for Herrera. But we do concede a free kick then, as you can see, and I'm not too sure if they're going to shoot or if they're actually going to play it short or they're going to cross it. I'm not too sure. As you can see, they're actually going to do a dummy over the free kick. They kind of mess it up at the same time. Robinson clears, but he could have taken his time. It falls back out to Robinson though after a kind of play was being made, and he finds Herrera in a decent bit of space here. Herrera's only got the keeper to beat if he can actually get that far, and he's done exactly that, and he's poked it past the keeper to nestle it into the top corner to make it 1-0 as he celebrates in front of the Fortuna Dusseldorf fans. Brilliant stuff from Herrera, and he's got another goal added to the tally of his Fortuna Dusseldorf career. Top stuff from Herrera. Really, really happy with that. He did a decent chance early on in the first half, and he just couldn't take it, but this time he does. Really done well to kind of align his body and get it into the top corner. Keeper well truly beat, and we find ourselves 1-0 up then against the top side in the Bundesliga 2. Not long to go in this first half as we look to see if we can get the throw in. Just play it around ourselves. Zoilers is really deep in his own half there, as you can see. He's not a defender, he's an attacker. He loses the ball out, as you can see, as Isaac Success picks it up. The ex-Watford man looks to charge forward. He finds Jatta, who takes his time and he turns his man. He does really well at the same time. Now Duwempe on the ball as he looks to get the shot off, and he's done exactly that because he has found the back of the net to make it 1-1 then. Just like that, they are back into this game pretty much only a couple of minutes after we previously scored. Very good stuff from Duwempe then, and he absolutely powerhouses it into the back of the net. Nothing we could have really done in that situation, and unfortunately where we just lost the ball in a really bad position, we couldn't really kind of gain it back, and that was the one that unfortunately Tzoilis is the one to blame for. But yeah, we have to accept it and we have to move on. It's a good goal nevertheless, and that's what we've got to accept, and we're going to have to charge on and hope that we're able to find a second goal in this tie. We get things restarted in the second half here as he looks to try and make a quick start in the second half. Tzoilis picks it up after a decent pass being made by Gallarado on the left hand side, and Tzoilis is in a perfect position, and look at that for a statement being made straight away early on in the second half. We find ourselves now 2-1 up. Brilliant stuff here, and Tzoilis is the man to be spoken about as he does the Richarlison celebration, and so does Herrera. Brilliant stuff. That is exactly how we wanted to start the second half, with a goal straight away. I didn't expect it to be that quick, but it seems to be the defenders were caught lacking, and we have definitely taken the most of that. That is for sure. Keeper having no chance in that situation, literally just open wide, and he tries to kind of run out and make himself bigger, but at the same time it just goes under his arm, and it is now 2-1 then to Fortuna Dusseldorf as we continue on in the second half. Opposition sort of kind of shocked in the same way because a decent ball is being played by Robinson. What a ball that was as Gallarado wins the header. Tzoilis tries to win it back here, as you can see, as he tries to get his tackle stuck in, but he can't. Reese picks it up on the right hand side as Jatta's now being played in, as you can see, and now we try and go on the break here themselves here as Hamburger pick it up. Jatta on the right hand side as he looks to try and see if he can cover it, as Sirbert can't do anything without any tool, and Robinson does clear them. Very good clearance in the end there, as you can see, as we pick it up on the right hand side. Gumney and Herrera linking up really well as Gumney makes a run on the right hand side, timing his pass perfectly to Herrera. Herrera's in a perfect bit of space here as he's only got the keeper to beat if he can do so, and unfortunately that's not going to be the case. Fernandes makes a very top save, that is for sure, and it still goes out of play then. Very good opportunity, but unfortunately we couldn't take it on that time, as we are going to make some substitutions, and then as you can see we're going to make a substitution. The man that has been injured for a fair while, he makes his first appearance back after that injury, and we've only got about 25 minutes left in this tie, but it's still very nervy. It's still very much the case where I don't know where we're going to get the result or not, but we're going to have to see, because you can see we've got another defensive duty to take out as we've got a chance, and Labrovic with a very, very good save. How he saved that, I'm not too sure, and to be honest, he has been absolutely phenomenal for us so far, as I mentioned in the first kind of game. How he gets to some of the saves, I'm not too sure, but he's definitely been the kind of that man between the sticks that we really, really needed. That is for sure, but Meffert's got a decent chance here as John Henderson's tried to get stuck in at the same time. He still gets on the top of it and he finds Reese, and it's exactly like that. It's 2-2 then, very, very late on in this tie. 5 minutes left to play, and Reese is the man to get the goal in back for Hamburg, and I'm not too sure how that already played out, to be honest. It was very unlucky as Johannesson tried to win the ball back off of Meffert, and Meffert come out on top, and he just found Reese in a decent bit of space, and he just nestles it into the bottom corner. A lot of precision going into that one, and unfortunately that will be the end of that. Full time in the end, and we're going to come out feeling a little bit hard done by, to be honest. We had definitely had the chances to be able to get the result in the end, but we just didn't seem to take them in all means whatsoever. It's one of those, we have to kind of take it one on the chin. We've got the point at least. A very good side at the same time. Hamburger is second in the table at the moment, so we have to take it for what it is, and we have to move on to the next game of this episode. But before we do so, we've got some news of a manager award. We've got manager of the month. Very, very happy to be able to get that so early on. We're only episode 4 and we've already got manager of the month, so that's very good doing, that is for sure, and we've been recognised by the Bundesliga 2 FA. Third and final game of the episode then comes up against Col Rusha as we look to try and see if we can get a result here in the DFB Pokal. It's going to be the second time that we've played them this season because it was the first team that we actually played, and this is the lineup then. Labrovic in goal, Fusa, Mensah and Oberdorf as the back two then, Zimmerman on the right, Gavori on the left, Kabozov, Ampelkemp, Yearwood and Sabotica as the midfield with Klaus on the right and Armstrong up top. A lot of rotation in this time, and I'm hoping we'll still be able to get a result, and I'm hoping we're able to get through to the next round of the DFB Pokal. We've got some snowy settings for this game. As you can see, the snow is absolutely hammering it down as it's settling onto the pitch, but the play will still continue, that is for sure. And in the 7th minute, Nebel looks to try and see if he could do something for the opposition here as he finds Harold on the left-hand side. Harold holds himself really nicely here as he looks to try and offload it to his teammate, but Zimmerman does really well at the same time. He's strong in the tackle, but unfortunately the referee doesn't see it that way, and it will be a free kick. Then Stindl, the man to whip it in from the free kick as he delivers it into the box. Labrovic tries to clear, but unfortunately for himself, he couldn't get to it, but the defenders do. And now they're still on the attack though, as you can see, as they've got the ball in a decent bit of space, passing it around nicely and tries to get the shot off. They can't. Sabotka with a decent interception, now trying to clear here as Obradov picks it up onto Zimmerman. Zimmerman on the right hand side finding Klaus here as he looks to try and offload it to one of his teammates as he switches sides with it. Gavori picks it up on the left hand side, running with it as he runs into the opposition's half, then finding a decent ball here into Kabozov. He tried to get past the defender, he can't, but he still wins the ball back here. Really strong in the tackle, Kabozov, as he finds Yearwood. Year on to Klaus. Klaus now with his goal, and he has found the back of the net to make it 1-0 inside 13 minutes. A nice and quick start into this tie, and Klaus is the man. He hasn't played that often in these ties, but luckily for himself, he's got a chance at the goal, and he has found it perfectly then. Klaus with a very, very nicely timed finish, and I'm pretty sure he scored in the first episode against this lot at the same time, so he loves scoring against this lot, and we have got ourselves a nice 1-goal advantage then going into this tie, 18 minutes into the game, looking to be that they've kind of still possessed some sort of attacking play about themselves. The momentum is definitely not gone from the opposition. They've got a chance here. Nabel's got a chance, and he's taken it absolutely sublimely. Just like that, 1-1, and it is now the opposition that have got the momentum now, as Nabel is the man to whip it in, and he has got the goal. Very well taken goal at the same time. It happened very quickly in honesty. Nabel was in a decent bit of space, and he just turns Obradov. Couldn't really do anything in that situation, and the keeper definitely couldn't at the same time, and it is now 1-1 then. 25 minutes being played. Both sides have had goals, both sides have had chances. Can we be the difference though? Can we get that second goal? But it looks to be the opposition are going to do something about that then, as Wansitek looks to try and see if he could do something. Gavori makes a really good clearance then, finding his teammate Kabozov on the left hand side. He just runs with it, Kabozov then, trying to see if he can find a teammate at the same time. He whips it in, finding Klaus, he takes it down, he hits it, and the keeper makes a very good save then. How, I'm not too sure, as the defenders clear their lines, and that was a very good opportunity to get a second goal in this tie and get in front for another time, and unfortunately that wasn't going to be the case. 35 minutes into the tie though, we're still providing a lot of attacking momentum at the same time, really trying to possess that second goal, as Klaus has now played in once again. He's got a perfect chance, he squares it to Appelkamp, and now we've got that second goal. It's now 2-1 inside 36 minutes, a decent goal with 10 minutes left to play in this first half or so, and that is a very well timely goal, that is for sure. Klaus knowing that Appelkamp was there at the same time, and I feel like it would have been silly to shoot from that sort of angle and kind of have it where you know you're kind of guaranteed a goal if you're able to square it to Appelkamp, and he's done exactly that, and it is now 2-1 then. Very good stuff. That's exactly what we want, and we are now in front for another time in this DFB pokal. It's the actual game, but unfortunately that is not going to turn out the best way that we could possibly think, because Appelkamp was already on a yellow and he's committed a foul, and unfortunately he's been sent off. That is our second red card I think we've had already in our season at Fortuna Dusseldorf, once again in the DFB pokal, and it is a poor challenge in honesty. There's no way that he wins the ball, so he's only just gone and scored, so he's literally gone from hero to zero. Not exactly what you would like, that is for sure, as they get the long free kick being pumped in. We clear our lines as Nabel picks it up. The previous goal scorer then cuts inside. He finds Sindor in a decent bit of space. 1-2's being made with Nabel on his. He finds himself in a really good position here, finding his teammate at the same time. They've got a chance here as they puts it back onto Nabel, and he nearly gets his second goal of the game. Very close, that has to be said, and that was a very good opportunity, but they've got another here as we lose the ball straight away, and as you can see they've got a perfect chance, and Nabel picks it up, and he's got the second goal. It's 2-2 for himself, and Nabel is the man to get another goal for his side, and he's definitely providing them attacking threats, that is for sure. It seems to be that he's very hard to stop, and that is another goal added to the tally for Nabel. Very good shot, and to be honest the keeper could do nothing in that situation. The defender should have closed him down a little bit quicker to be able to avoid that situation, but unfortunately it is now 2-2 in this DFB pokal fixture. Going on into the second half, we're going to be making some substitutions then, as you can see. Going to change up the formation, and it's either going to bite us or it's not, to be honest. Hoping that this is going to work out for us. We're going to play a 4-2-3-1, so we can play two holding midfielders, allowing where Appelkamp would have played in a cam role, so we're going to be losing out on that attacking midfielder. We're still going to have our wingers, we're still going to have our strikers, and I feel like that will work out best. Yearwood's going to come off the pitch though, and Englehart's going to provide that bit more of a defensive opportunity in front of his defenders. But as you can see, the opposition start the second half really nicely here, but we may have forced into a decent challenge being made. Sabotka picks it up in the middle of the park, finding Klaus on the right hand side. Klaus runs with it, finding an opportunity here as he looks to try and offload it to one of his teammates, and he runs into the box. Unfortunately he stops in his tracks here as they do clear their lines, but only as far as Zimmerman. Zimmerman picks it up onto Sabotka onto Gavori here, and as he looks to run on the left hand side and doing well at the same time here, Gavori, he loses the ball straight away away though as he gets the tackle, and that is a very poor tackle, and the referee has seen it in the exact same way as Appelkamp, and unfortunately he's been sent straight off. He didn't even have a yellow previously. He's been sent straight off, so we're down to 9 men, and this is exactly what we did not want to be. We've changed things up as a formation and everything else, and unfortunately we're going to have to change things once again then. Gavori, the man that's going to have to come off, and we're going to have to play without a striker in this tie, I think, because that's the only way that we can possibly do, down to 9 men, and we're going to have to change it up on the wing back. So Lima's going to have to come into the centre back role, and Famusa Mensah's going to have to go on the left hand side. Only thing that I could possibly think at the time to be able to change things up, but yeah, I'm hoping that it's going to work. Kabozos comes off the pitch. He's been very poor in this tie, and Areta is going to come on also. So we're down to 9 men then. Not exactly the most ideal situation to be in, but we're going to continue on in this tie then. 54 minutes being played. We're still 2-2, but we're down to 9 men, remember, and this is going to be a very hard task for us to get back into this game and get a third. And as you can see, the opposition are dragging us left, right and centre as they know they've got the men to be able to do so, and they've got another chance here, but Lima making a very good challenge, finding Areta on the left hand side as he passes it on to his teammate. Areta running with it, then finding a decent bit of space here as Areta's got a perfect chance here. He cuts in on the right, finding his teammate Engelhardt. Engelhardt squares it. He tries to do so, but unfortunately he couldn't. He knows that there's a player on the right hand side being Zimmerman though. Zimmerman picks it up on the right hand side, finding Sabotka, and that is a very good chance there, just straying wide. Unfortunately just couldn't make the most of it, and it still stays 2-2 then. 50 minutes left of this tie. Really hard for ourselves to get back into this game, but we're going to do that in terms of being able to provide any sort of chance for ourselves. Sabotka could find himself in a decent bit of space, and he could get it this time, and he definitely has. He's found the back of the net to make it 3-1 with 14 minutes left to play, and Sabotka is the man to get in front of Golden and score. How we've done it, I'm not too sure, to be honest. 9 men, and it is definitely proving to be a difficulty, but we've done it, and hopefully we can hold on to it, though. That is the main thing. Sabotka was in a decent bit of space, and the defenders were nowhere to be seen at the same time, and he just charges forward knowing that he can get the goal. He was really close on the first instance, but this time he's got even closer because he's found the back of the net to make it 3-2 then. 5 goals in this DFB Pokal tie, down to 9 men. This tie's got everything, that is for sure, and it's still not over yet as the opposition get themselves restarted for another time in this tie, and they look to start things off straight away here. As you can see, they've got a perfect chance to do so. They're really charging in numbers here, and we seem to be outsworn by the numbers at the same time, and Gondorhoff looks to try and see if he can do something here as he tried to put it into the box, but he can't. Fusa Mensah making a very good challenge then, putting it out for a corner kick, and we're going to change things up. Also, Chavez is going to come onto the pitch for Sabotka, and that will change things up in the middle. Big 10 minutes left in this tie, and I'm hoping that we can just latch onto this lead, to be honest. We really need it because we're definitely kind of flagging with the 9 men, but they whip it in. Decent delivery then. Offerdorf does a really good clearance at the same time, but they still pick it up, and they still manage to try and see if they can get a shot off for themselves. Really hard to clear our lines here, as you can see, as blue and white shirts are filling the box, and Stindl is there! And how he got to that, I'm not too sure. Labrovic making a perfect save. Stindl just turning around the defenders. What a bit of skill that was at the same time. They've got a corner kick now, and number 10 for Kalhusa. Let's see if they can do a ball into the box. Stindl tries to beat the defender, and he does exactly that. He whips it in. Lima clears here, as you can see, and another chance here for the opposition as Jensen picks it up. Really hard to get the ball off as Fusa Mensah gets stuck, and at the same time he loses out though. Stindl on the ball once again. Lima with a very good tackle then. I was about to say save, it felt like it at the same time. He charges forward on the left hand side, finding Engelhardt in a decent bit of position, and now we go on the counter attack here as Klaus picks it up on the right hand side. Klaus running with it. He hasn't got much stamina himself though, as he's going to have to put it into the corner and try and see if we can waste some time here as he passes it between themselves here. Zimmerman running into the corner, and I can only think to waste some time because we're in the 88th minute now. Only 2 minutes left of this time. If we can waste any more time, we could be very well done by. But unfortunately we can't. Herald wins possession here, and it's still not over. They're still going to go for one last attack surely here as he reached the 90, waiting for to see how many stoppage time it's going to be added on as they clear their lines, as they put it into the middle of the park then and actually win possession at the same time. Blue and white shirts charging forward here for one last attack, +2 on the stoppage time. This is their chance now, as you can see, as Jensen picks it up onto his teammate Gondorf. He tries to see if he can pass it between himself, and it seems to be that the referee is not interested in blowing the whistle. It's 92. Surely he can blow the whistle now. He's trying to see if he can clear our lines here as they've got one final chance to be able to get the ball into the box. They whip it in, and it's Stindl, the man, to get the goal to make it 3-3. How this has happened, I'm not too sure. 6 goals in the end. We're down to 9 men, and we're going to be forcing ourselves into extra time then. This is a mega game, that is for sure, and the DFB Pokal does definitely not disappoint, and we're going to be making some more substitutions then. Arp is going to come onto the pitch then, and we're going to try and see if we can play with a striker and not a right winger, as Klaus will come off the pitch. 95 minutes then into the first half of the extra time we go, and this is going to be very strict kind of I don't even know what to expect, to be honest, because it's so hard to be able to predict at the moment. Another chance here for the opposition then, as we try and clear our lines. Lebrovic with a perfect save then. I just don't even know what's going on in this situation at the moment. Lebrovic asking big questions of a defender, and to be honest, how on earth he got to that, I'm not too sure. Once again, proving some very big reflexes for his goalkeeper, as we get the corner kick then, as they whipped it in. Kolschusser tried to see if he could do something. Zimmerman with a very good clearance though, but only as far as a blue and white shirt. Then as Herald picks it up, we try and win the challenge. Advantage being played, then the referee does not like that, that's for sure. He'll probably be issued with a yellow card further on. Engelhardt looks to try and see if he can win the ball back off the attackers here, and he does so well in the tackle at the same time. He finds Herrera on the left hand side. He's come onto the pitch, as you know. He hasn't had much involvement, but can he do something here as he finds his teammate Arps in a perfect bit of space here. He's only got the keeper to beat. Surely it could be 4-3, and it just dragged wide. How he's just done that, I am not too sure, but we're going to continue on because we're into the second half of the extra time here, and it could have been it. That really could have sealed the deal, but unfortunately it wasn't going to be the case, and we've still got a few minutes left to go here, as you can see, but we're creating some sort of attack ourselves. Herrera picks it up on the left hand side after being played in by Engelhardt. Herrera drags himself wide on the left hand side. He crosses it in, but the keeper does collect very comfortably then, chucking it out. And it's really the case where as many of the minutes go on, you just feel like penalty kicks are going to be the case, but I'm not too sure, to be honest. I really hope that's not going to be the case, but we've got another chance going forward then. Engelhardt picks it up in the middle of the park, finding Chavez, and the run's being made by Arp. What a run it is. He's only got the keeper to beat. Surely he can do so, and he definitely has, because he's found the back of the net to make it 4-3 then, as he celebrates in front of the home supporters. How this has happened, I'm not too sure. 7 goals in the end. It's been an absolute mammoth of a game. Second half of the extra time, 9 men down, and we find it ourselves in front for another time in this fixture, as you can see from the emphatic celebrations from the supporters and Lebrovic then. Really good goal. Chavez knew that Arp was making the run, and the defenders could not keep up with him. Fresh kind of striker, and unfortunately the defenders are so kind of low on stamina, they just could not keep up. Really good finish on a little Trivella on the outside of the foot on the right hand side, and it is now 4-3 then. 3 minutes left of this second half of extra time, and if it's going to work out the way it is currently, then we will be going through to the next round, but we've still got a lot to play, that's for sure, like the last time. As you can see, another chance here. Lebrovic with such a good save then, as he celebrates with his defenders, knowing that's a very good opportunity to be able to have where we might just go through. I'm not too sure, but Zimmerman's going to come off the pitch then for Uchino. It's his first game for Fortuna Dusseldorf, and it's going to be the most important minute that he's ever played in his life. Looking for the clearance straight away then, as they whip the corner in. Chavez is there, he doesn't clear, but Lebrovic makes a very good save then, putting it out for another corner kick. Keeper is up for the opposition also. It's literally throwing everything at this to be able to see if they can get it to penalties, and now they've got the corner then whipped in. Decent delivery needed. Chavez clears as far as his teammate there, Herrera now picks it up. He's literally got no one in front of goal also, and he's got no one defenders there. He's literally got an empty net to be able to put it into, if only he can get there, and he's definitely done so. It's the keeper, and he's nowhere to be seen, because he has found the back of the net to make it 5-3 then, and we're going to be sealing the deal once and for all in this tie in the DFB Pokal, and we will definitely be going through to the next round. We've done it the hard way, but we've definitely done it in the best way in some aspects, because what a watch this has been. End-to-end stuff, down to 9 men, chances left, right and centre for both teams. Lebrovic has proved some very big saves for him, and it's just absolutely phenomenal what's happened in this tie, that is for sure. But that should be it now, and the full-time whistle is going to be blown any second now. They make some substitutions, but that's going to be absolutely pointless, because they're going to kick off, and that will be it. Full-time whistle has been blown here, and it is going to be that we're going to be going through to the next round of the DFB Pokal. 5-3 in the end, down to 9 men. We've done it in the end, and that was a very exciting episode, that is for sure. Hats off to the boys though. We kind of stuck in, and that's exactly what we needed, to be honest. We needed to get stuck in, and we needed to try and prove our worth at the same time. As much as we had less men, at the same time we knew we could still get a result. We've got a lot of quality on that pitch, and it definitely showed we've been able to get the goals with even lesser men, and we are now through to the next round. And as you can see, we've got another simulation game. It's going to be the last one of the episode. 4-2 in the end, as you can see, and Chavez Tazoil is getting 2 and Gumney getting 1, so 4-2, pretty much a domination in that game, and we got another 3 points added to the tally in the Bundesliga 2. Here is what the table looks like then at the end of the episode. We've played 13, we've won 11, and we've drawn 2. Currently sitting on 35 points. And as you can see, as I was mentioning previously when we played Hamburger, they're currently on 33 points. They still solidified their position in second. And we've got Schalke below on 29. Obviously, they're on 33, Hamburger. So they're only 2 points off. 29 points. They're only about 7 points off. It's all to play for, to be honest. It's really hard to be able to kind of contemplate who's going to be there. I'd say the top 3 are pretty much going to be the top 3 all year round. But it's hard to say. It could all change, but I'm definitely looking forward to what's coming next. But we're going to have to wait till the next episode for that to be the case. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this one. Please like and subscribe for more content just like this one. And don't forget to hit the notification button so you never miss a video. Cheers.